Hi everyone. So today we'll be talking about subtracting fractions. Okay. So as we learned in our previous classes for fractions, whenever we have to do addition, we need a common denominator. Okay. So why do we need it? That's being covered in our one of our previous classes. Okay. Uh, So in subtraction as well, similar logic follows. We need to have a common denominator so that both the values become comparable and we are able to subtract the numerators directly. Okay, so let's see at the first question. So we have in the denominator 2 and 10. Okay, so how do we make that a common denominator? So to make it a common denominator, we try to find the multiples of both the numbers and find the least common multiple. Okay, so the least common multiple for 2 and 10 will be 10. Okay, so let me just write here as 10. Okay, so that we know what are we trying to achieve. So the least common multiple will be 10. Okay. So for the first one, we already have the denominator as 10. So we write the fraction as it is minus. Now we need to make the denominator 2 as 10. So what do? We multiply it by 5. And if we are multiplying denominator by 5, we have to multiply the numerator as well. So what does it make it? 5 by 10. Okay. So now it's simple. We keep the denominator as is and we directly subtract 9 minus 5, that is 4 by 10. Okay. And now we can either write this, or the better way is to reduce it into the simplest form. Now what is the simplest form? We've already covered that in our previous classes. When both the numerator and denominator do not have a common factor other than 1, okay, then we can say it's in the simplest form. So right now they have a common factor, that is 2. They both are even. So if we divide both of them by 2, we get 2 by 5. So this is our final answer. Okay. So now let's look at the second problem. So for 6 and 15, we try to write the multiples for each. Okay. So it will be 6, 12, 18, okay, 24 and then 30. So similarly for 15, it will be 15, 30, 45. So the least common multiple for both will be 30. So now let's try to see how to make that. So for this, to be able to make the denominator as 30, what do we need? We need to multiply it by 5. So it becomes 25 by 30. And then we have minus. To make 15 into 30, we need to multiply it by 2. Okay. So what does this become? 22 by 30. So now we write 30 in the denominator and 25 minus 22 is 3. So is it in the simplest form? No, because 30 is divisible by 3. So we divide both of them by 3, we get 1 by 10. Okay. Now let's look at the third question. So for 3 and 6, what will be the least common multiple? 6, because 3 into 2 is 6. So we'll have to multiply both by 2. So we get 4 by 6, and this is already 6, so we write it as it is. So 4 minus 1 is 3 divided by 6. So both are divisible by 3. So we get 1 by 2 in the simplest form. Now let's look at the last question. So here again the LCM will be 20, because 5 into 4 is 20. Okay. So let's see here. So here we have, you can try to solve it individually. You can write the multiples of 5 and multiples of 20. You will find the LCM will be 20. So in the first one, we already have denominator 20, so we write it as it is. And to make this one as 20, we need to multiply it by 4. So we get 12 by 20. So 17 minus 12 is 5 by 20. So now do they have a common factor? Yes, they both are divisible by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1 and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So it's 1 by 4 in the simplest form. So subtraction and addition both follow similar rules, that is making the denominator same, and then it becomes pretty simple that you have to just directly subtract or add the numerators how we perform normal addition and subtraction. So I hope this is clear, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.